Hey guys, it's Willie from Suerte Welcome back to the channel. I hope this video won't be like too depressing, because there are some things that keep me up at night, and like causes me to lose sleep. And I think most other finance channels, they don't talk about inflation as much as they should, but it's a really important part of your overall portfolio management, because like for example, like in 2020, I think a lot of traders did or should have done really well, like, well, depending on your situation. Again, you know, if you're suffering from like job losses from like the pandemic, I really feel for you. I hope like certain segments of the economy can also pick back up so that everybody can kind of participate, because it really stinks to see, like, you know, certain people, like they're making good money, and then you have another like segment of like the population, like they're going through a lot of like tough times. So, you know, I'm hoping like the real economy like catches up with the stock market. But anyway, for those of you that have been fortunate, I think it's worthwhile to start thinking about inflation, and I'm hoping it never happens in the US, but maybe hyperinflation, given all the, you know, like all the money printing that's going around, especially with the memes with like the money printer go burr. But you know, it might not be funny in, you know, by the time we retire or reach retirement age, because sometimes like hyperinflation, it doesn't just like happen like right away. Like it takes time for things to kind of like go through like the rest of the economy, and that's why like I'm actually was going through my notes, and I think it's a good thing for people to occasionally go through their notes, or make some notes and like go through their thought processes. I think it's a good habit for most traders and investors to go through. But anyway, I want to just share with you some African currencies. I kept these as sort of like souvenirs, but I think the one that I want to really share is the one from Zimbabwe from a while back. For those of you that don't know, that are not familiar with like libertarian economics or like the Austrian school of economics, yeah, well, I don't want to like get too bogged down with the details. I think you can like just like Google, or like, you know, find other YouTube channels that does a much better job of explaining that school of thought. And you know, like this $100 trillion bill, I think it's really that could be like a meme in the future where like things can happen a lot faster and a lot more horrible than you can think. I really hope that the US never goes through this, where we have like this like crazy amount of like hyperinflation, where like, yeah, we're like trillionaires, but like we can't buy anything. And then even more recently in places like, for example, like Venezuela, like where they went through their own bout of hyperinflation, where, you know, you can have like a stack of cash and you can't even buy a loaf of bread. It's just like, it's terrible. It's such a tragedy. But I don't want to make it too depressing. I want to like make it more practical, like where it can like just like normal investors and like just like normal traders like start thinking about like where to put their money. So in previous videos, I made videos about Bitcoin, and then I made another video about commodities, which you can check out at your leisure, or you can just like go through other channels and kind of like start thinking about ideas, like where to learn more, and then also like how you can start preparing yourself. So years ago, like I bought like, you know, a little bit of like gold and silver, like through coins and like other ways, like through ETFs, etc. Because one of my old bosses, like he kind of like got me thinking about it. Like, well, it's nice to have like stock gains, but you have to make sure like it's enough that it's above like the level of inflation that you like, expect to have. Now I know that everybody's like rate of inflation might be a little bit different. It depends on like where you live, for example, like how high like the property taxes or the rent is, and like just general like the cost of living. For example, like a a can of beans in like New York City could be like way more expensive than like say somewhere out in the Midwest. It's just not fair, but I mean it's just the way things are. Like I guess you have to kind of like weigh how your cost of living, and you have to kind of like figure for yourself like is it still worth it. Like one of the things I'm thinking about is like, well, maybe like some type of like real estate, but it has to be not just like a house. It has to be something that I can be able to rent out consistently, and even like I'm even thinking about like different locations around the world where I think it might be like have a better chance of like a cost of living, or like a reasonable cost of living, and like a quality of life. I'm not getting any younger, so I have to keep thinking about like where and how I want to live my life. And I think it's a good philosophy to have. Like I mean, it's great to make trading profits, but you have to start thinking about like where else do you want to put your efforts in. At some point, hopefully, if I get everything right, like maybe try to squeeze out what I can from this bull market. And if my theory is correct that there might be like a huge crash, like that might be like the next leg of where I can potentially make some decent profits. And then after that, then now the question becomes like what do I do with like all these paper gains? Because like that's what I'm really afraid of, like where like the value of like the US dollar, by the time I am able to like fully retire, might be worthless, or like worth like close to nothing. And that's what really scares me. And then that's why I think like out of all the choices, gold and silver is nice, but like, it's not, it's going to be a hassle to kind of move it out of the country if ever gets that bad. You at the very least you have to fill out a whole bunch of like I guess like the CBP, like the border like forms, and like you have to declare everything, and then there might be like some additional taxes. It's like, and then you have a lot of questions like, why do you have like so many coins made out of like gold and silver with you? So I guess you could try to, like, if you buy like GLD or like GDX, or like just different gold miners, or different silver SLV, or like different silver miners. I mean, that could help too, but like it's not like, I'm the type of person that's a little bit more old school, where I like having like some tangible things. So I guess like everybody's different. Like we have to kind of figure out what's the best for our living situations, because I think for me it's easy for me to, like, if you're a single person and like you can just go anywhere you want, but like for those of you like that that already have like a small family, or maybe you have like people like parents or grandparents that you have to take care of, you have to take that into account too. So I guess I just want to like throw out some ideas to you, like maybe it's worth having like some type of foreign property, like just in case, if you can afford it. Because I guess like it depends on where you live too, like New York City, San Francisco, like the real estate is just ridiculous, and then also like the associated property tax, it's like, man, it's brutal. And then Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies I think are very interesting place to also park like a part of your wealth, because I think like just like having like a monetary network that is like cryptographically secured, I think could be an interesting way to put part of your wealth too. And then there's also little bit more portable. So you have to weigh like the pros and cons of each. Like I kind of like gold and silver just because it has a lot more history behind it. But it doesn't have like it's a decent portability, but you have to just go through more I guess like red tape and hoops to like move it across borders. Whereas hopefully if you just keep my mouth shut, maybe just keep your passwords on a secure location. Like people don't. It's not like obvious, so it's a little bit easier to kind of maybe send money overseas or keep it on like a on one of those like secure devices. So it's just like some things to think about. I think like it's a little tricky. I'm trying to think of like also different topics that I want to bring to you guys. So I hope this gives you some food for thought. I didn't mean to make this a little bit more heavier than it should be, but it's really, again, like if you take a look at the things that are happening around the world and the US dollar, or maybe whatever, if you're watching this from like a country outside of the United States, start thinking about these things. You don't have to be as like obsessive as I am, but it's good to like start like maybe planning out. It's good to like always have like some notes and like write down like what your financial goals and like your aspirations and like what you want out of life, so then you can plan accordingly. You don't want to just like throw money in a bank somewhere and then like, oh well, I'll just like pay some bills and just go on about my life like as is. Like you want to think about like what you want to do, like maybe some great places that you want to visit or see, or like people that you want to be with. So I hope you can give this video a like, subscribe if you would like to, and then please let me know in the comment section below what other topics that you would like to have in a video format. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.